Okay, let me ask you something that might sound counterintuitive. What if the biggest threat to your retirement savings isn't market crashes or medical bills, but your own withdrawal strategy? Yeah, I know that sounds wild. But here's the thing most people never consider. You could be paying tens of thousands of dollars in avoidable taxes after retirement, not because you saved too much, but because you're pulling money from your accounts like a rookie. And honestly, the financial industry has set us up to fail here. /n/n Let's unpack this. We've all been conditioned to celebrate maxing out our 401(k), S and IRAs. But here's the dirty little secret. Accumulating wealth and distributing it efficiently are two completely different games. Think of it like building a house versus figuring out how to live in it. Just because you can construct walls doesn't mean you know where to install the plumbing. Most advisors spend decades teaching you how to grow your nest egg, then hand you the keys on retirement day and say, "Good luck." That's like teaching someone to drive a car but never explaining how to use the brakes. /n/n Now, why does this matter so much? Let's get specific. Imagine you've got multiple accounts: traditional IRA, 401(k), Roth, maybe some brokerage accounts. Did you know that taking $10,000 from your 401(k) first versus your Roth could trigger a chain reaction that affects your Social Security taxes, Medicare premiums, and future required minimum distributions? This isn't just about current tax brackets. We are talking about creating financial earthquakes that ripple through your entire retirement timeline. Personally, I think this is where the retirement puzzle really starts to crack. One wrong move could cost you hundreds of thousands over 20 to 30 years. /n/n What fascinates me most is how this exposes a massive gap in financial education. We obsess over investment returns and fee percentages, but barely anyone talks about the grand finale: how you actually spend your money. It's like training for a marathon but never planning your race day strategy. And here's where it gets even crazier. The order you withdraw funds can actually create artificial income spikes. Take money from a taxable account first? That might keep you in a lower tax bracket. But if you don't coordinate that with Social Security claiming strategies and Roth conversion opportunities, you're basically leaving money on the table. /n/n Let me throw some perspective at you. A lot of retirees I've spoken with approach their accounts like ATMs with different logos. They'll just pull from whatever's most convenient. But consider this: every withdrawal decision is like a chess move. Pulling from your traditional IRA now might push you into a higher tax bracket, which doesn't just affect this year's taxes, it could increase your Medicare Part B premiums for life. What many people don't realize is that these accounts are interconnected systems, not isolated buckets. And honestly, I blame the industry's obsession with accumulation metrics. We measure success by account balances, not by post-retirement tax efficiency. /n/n So what's the solution? It's not about finding some magical withdrawal order formula. That's the trap. It's about creating dynamic tax strategies that adapt to changing laws, market conditions, and personal circumstances. For some people, intentionally filling lower tax brackets with Roth conversions in early retirement makes sense. For others, strategically timing capital gains to minimize net investment income tax is the key. But here's the kicker: this requires thinking decades ahead, not just optimizing for next year's tax return. /n/n This makes me wonder, why isn't withdrawal strategy taught alongside investment basics? We spend 40 years learning about compounding interest, then get zero guidance on decumulation strategies. It's a systemic failure that costs retirees billions annually. And while I'm not here to pitch any specific service, I do think this highlights a massive opportunity for financial education. Maybe the real question we should be asking is, how do we redesign retirement planning to focus as much on the exit strategy as the accumulation phase? /n/n What's your take? Are you planning your retirement withdrawals strategically, or just winging it like most people? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, because honestly, this might be the most underrated financial conversation we are not having.